Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the Tuesday Panic, the show for the unprepared youth worker like you and me. Sometimes, right? I'm your host, Paul Turner, and today I bring you what would I tell Kid Rock if he were in my youth group? And now that's an interesting question because here's the dilemma I have is because I've had kids like Kid Rock in my youth group before, and I'm pretty sure I have kids like Kid Rock in my youth group now. Now, what prompts this? What brings this on here? Well, Kid Rock just put out a new album today. And I'll be honest with you, it's a pretty good album. Now, look, this is not a hate on Kid Rock video here. This is, I got a little bit of love for Kid Rock. I mean, I didn't grow up on him, but his music was certainly a part of the background at a lot of different things that I've been a part of, and so and I like Kid Rock. I think he's kind of a cool character. I think he's just kind of that blue collar guy. He loves to help people. He's just a character, man. He's just a what I would call goober, where he believes a lot of great things, but in reality does a lot of stupid things. And so the song that he put out just recently is called Jesus and Bocephus. And if you're not familiar with who Bocephus is, either you're not from the South maybe, or you're just not familiar with country music. Bocephus is Hank Williams Jr., and he is a rebel and a rowdy guy and put out a lot of music that I'm sure Kid Rock has really appreciated over the years. And in the song, Jesus and Bocephus, he kind of puts them on equal ground as to how they have helped him grow up, either in his faith and his life, and how they have kind of combined together. Now, this is really why Kid Rock would be in your youth group and my youth, because they say brilliant things, but then they say really, really dumb things. And I think Kid Rock is in that category. He'd be one of my kind of middle school or maybe a freshman high school kid who's just kind of learning what it means to live for Jesus, maybe. I don't know. I don't know his whole faith journey, but it's so far pretty interesting, but I don't know if he's just throwing Jesus in there because it's obligatory kind of country song. You got to have Jesus and Bocephus in the same song. But Jesus had similar issues with this, because with the Pharisees, they had Abraham as their father, and in country music you kind of got Bocephus as kind of a lot of people's spiritual father, or Johnny Cash, or some of these country western guys. And so I put it to you today. You can use the song. I think the song is a good song in and of itself, but I think it brings out the questions as to what we believe spiritually, but what we live culturally. In other words, I think this brings out the perfect teenage dichotomy of spirituality that says, look, I believe in Jesus, but I live my life according to the culture I'm in. And so you could play the song and maybe ask some questions of your youth group and say, hey, if Kid Rock were in our youth group, what would you tell him about following Jesus and Bocephus? Is that even possible? Is that even correct? Can you do that? And so the other issue there is the fact that a few songs later, and this is once again what teenagers do sometimes, that Kid Rock a few songs later has a song at FOAD, and that basically stands for F off and die, and so that to me just tells me that a kid can have a supernatural experience with God one Wednesday night and then post something incredibly crass or stupid or ridiculous on his Facebook page. And this is Kid Rock's Facebook page. He says, I'm going to sing a song about Jesus and Bocephus, and then I'm going to go ahead and just throw something on the Facebook page that is just going to be ridiculous. So he got a great album he puts out, and then he puts this one thing there. So if Kid Rock were in your youth group, what would you tell him? How would you explain to Kid Rock? Say, kid, buddy, and this is kind of what I tell him. Say, buddy, we need to work on this. We need to talk about this. Why do you want to post this on your Facebook page? Why do you want to have this great and awesome time with, Jesus, and then you want to, live your life according to the culture that we live in, and you take directions from them. And, you can't have both ways, Jesus says you can't serve two masters, you can't have Bocephus and Jesus. It's got to just be Jesus. If you have suggestions, what would you do with Kid Rock in your youth group? Please let me know. Leave me a comment down below. What would you tell him about his album or his song or how he's living, or What would you do? I don't know. It's a good question. So if you decide to use this song with the youth group, let me know. I'd love to hear about it. But if you're brand spanking new with us today, thanks for joining in and hanging with me for this long. If you would like videos like this in your inbox, hit the subscribe button right there. And these videos will come to you via the email and let you know when I post one. Also, if you are a regular, thank you so much. I look forward to your comments. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button. Let me know you like the videos and you want more of them. So anyway, thanks for joining me for the Tuesday Panic. I hope you are having a great day. As you can see, it's a little bit bleak out here. We're going to have a bit of a snowstorm tomorrow, like much of the country around us. So pray for me and I'll pray for you guys. And otherwise, you guys have a fantastic youth meeting. Talk to you later.